It's a Friday of Horizon League Women's Volleyball. The Milwaukee Panthers host the Norse of Northern Kentucky. Wyopko over with Banks. A couple of grad students on this Norse roster. Zenbenabe off the setup from Josie Johnson. Service ace. Houston. Some room to operate there for Allie Sifke, making move to Division I, and she was a big part of that transition from a coaching standpoint in 2012. Panthers get the side out. Ari Miller. Another ace for Joy Banks. Blake on that right side. Did deflect off the antenna. And for Bree Gertz, it did. And the Norse take the opening set. Johnson to Malone. Panthers back up 3-2. Out there with Knackery. Blake. Schmitz off Burke. Off the netting. Behind the back, Malone. Wyopko to Banks. Houston off the top tape. Josie Johnson. Ari Miller. Now Natalie Schmitz. Houston back to Smith. And Smith out of bounds. Panthers take the second set. Knackery to Miller. Johnson. Zenbenabe on the set return. You don't see that very often from Zenbenabe. Off that swing on that right side with Gertz. Smith able to sneak it through. Houston block ready with both Miller and Malone in front against Sifke. And the block by Zenbenabe, a freshman from Grand Rapids, Michigan. Slam down, Ari Miller. Houston on the return. That was tipped by Schmidt. Schrader plays it, returned by Josie Johnson. Houston and Knackery out of bounds. And the Panthers take the third set. Came on last set. Got one swing. Maddie Malone. And over with Schmitz. Burke. And the block. Schmitz and Miller rejecting. And the return made by Banks. Josie Johnson. Zenbenabe. And the block there for Allie Sifke. Fourth lead change. Coming off the ninth tie. Blake. And Schmitz won't allow it to happen as she delivers. Josie Johnson. Graves on the tip. Knocked back to Burke. Banks going airborne, batted down by Josie Johnson. Burke on back to Malone. Blake outside Schmitz. Hoying, that was tipped. Blake, Malone blocked. Schrader, Blake, Miller ends it for the Panthers. They score the final four.